Alright guys, welcome to today's video. It is Friday, February 1st, and you got to do 10, 12, 14, and 16 on the second page of the slope between 2 points worksheet. So we're going to go through the steps here. For the first step, what you need to do is find 2 points. So that would be if you had like a table or a graph, but here they already gave us 2 points, so you can move to step 2, which is to stack the points on top of each other. Remember, this is called the stacking method. So it's 12 and negative 18, and then we have negative 15 and negative 18. Okay, so step 1, stack, or step 2, sorry. Step 1 is pick your points, step 2, stack. Step 3 is to subtract. So draw a subtraction sign. And we're going to subtract our y's here, and then subtract our x values here. Alright. When I subtract my y's, I have a negative 18 minus a negative 18. So you have to be very careful when you're putting this in the calculator. So you have a negative 18 minus another negative 18. And that comes together to give you 0. Okay? Now subtract your x's. Positive 12 minus negative 15. You have to remember that this 15 is negative and you are subtracting. So what happens when you do that is actually when you have a negative and a minus sign, it makes it positive. You guys should remember that from 7th grade. And that gives you 27. Okay? So after you subtract, the last step is to make a fraction. So for the fraction, you do the rate of change formula, which is change in y over change in x. My change in y is this number, 0, because these are my y values. So my top number on the fraction is 0. And my bottom number is my change in x, which is 27. Now, you can still simplify this. 0 divided by 27 is just 0. So your rate of change for this problem is actually 0. Just 0. No rate of change, it's just 0. Okay, number 12. Go ahead and stack 15 and 8. Doesn't matter which one goes on top, guys, either. You can put either one on top, you get the same answer either way. And then negative 17, 9. Stack them. I'm going to continue to highlight mine for the homework. Stack them and then subtract them. So we do 8 minus 9, which is negative 1, and then 15 minus negative 17. So you have to be careful when there's a negative down there. It's 15 minus negative 17. That actually makes the double negatives become a positive, so it actually adds them, and it's 32. Okay, change in y over change in x. Next thing to do is make a fraction, and that would be negative 1, fraction bar, 32. That's your rate of change. This cannot be simplified, so that is your final answer. Alright, number 14, we're just practicing finding the rate of change between 2 points. Same thing every time. 12, 2, and negative 7, 5. Stack them. And subtract them. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. 12 minus negative 7 is 19. Now make your fraction. Change in y over change in x. Your change in y is negative 3, the number on the right, and your change in x is 19. This one also cannot be simplified, So that's your rate of change. Now, I know that you guys don't have the black calculators at home, but you can use the black calculators to simplify your fraction like this. So use the ABC button, and -3, ABC, 19. You can tell if it could simplify, that would do it. But since it can't be simplified, it just gives you the same thing. Maybe the next one will be able to simplify. Okay? 9, 3, 19, and -17. Stack them. And subtract them. 3 minus -17 is 20. 9 minus 19 is -10. Okay. Make your fraction, change a y over change a x. And your change in y is 20, because these are your y's. And your change in x is -10. Now this one definitely can be simplified. So let's use the ABC button. I know you guys don't have it at home, but at school this is what you can use. So 20, ABC, -10. And that gives you -2. That is your rate of change. Alright guys, that was all you needed to do for homework this weekend. So make sure you have this on Monday. Also, this goes out to Gary and anybody else who didn't do their digital learning day. The cutoff for that is Sunday night, so you need to go on quizzes and do the activity that I had you guys do on Tuesday when we didn't have school. And the code is, I believe it's 612604. But it's also on eClass, so just make sure you get that done before Monday. Alright guys, have a great weekend.